Hello, everyone, and good evening to another round of Club Day Masters. We are here at Daytona Roval. This is the Legacy 2007 circuit, so it's going to be a little bit bumpier compared to the current 2011 track. We are currently in qualifying, one of a couple of different format updates, which we'll be talking about in the coming minutes. I'm Isaac Edwards. Welcome you to the commentary desk. Joining me is Jonathan Hancock. Jonathan, good evening and welcome to Daytona.
Good evening, Isaac. Thank you for having me. How do you think tonight's going to play out?
Well, what we've seen in the last couple of rounds, it's going to be a little bit hectic. But Daytona is a lot more wider and has a lot more space. So I'm hoping the racing will be clean as per the norm. But standing starts and some of the guys are starting on an angle, so it's going to be a couple of things they have to try and focus on to try and get a perfect jump.
Yeah, always starting on an embankment is hard, especially with a standing start. I'm used to a rolling start on embankments as I race mainly oval, but yeah, we see big events held here yearly, like the Daytona 24 hours, so they have plenty of room to race out there tonight.
They certainly will. So if you guys missed the recap on, I think it was Thursday night, there is a couple of new things that has been added to the series just to try and clean up a bit of racing. So we're currently now in qualifying, the Edwards Super Pole Challenge. No, not me. This is for Edwards Gas and Heating. So the person who gets pole will win $20 of iRacing credits to use on anything they like, or the cars and tracks coming into this upcoming build, which we are very excited to see. And one of the things is a new GT4 car. So if you guys haven't seen it, the new BMW M4 GT4 has been announced for this build, and it will be implemented into the Club Day Masters come next round.
Yeah, and we also got all the oval stuff coming, like the old stock cars in this coming build. So
yeah, the 87 Thunderbird and Monte Carlo. That's gonna be pretty fun. Bill Elliott versus Dale Earnhardt. I believe there's also a rescanned Kentucky coming out as well.
Yes, there is. So it'll be all very interesting to see how that all plays. With a rescan of the track, iRacing always keeps it to the highest standard, so see.
Exactly. As well as the Tatis cars, the USF 2000 and the Indy Pro 2000. They'll be implemented into iRacing. And as well as, get this, Jonathan, new damage model on not only the Porsche 911 Cup, but also the NASCAR Cup cars. So I think Ant's car in the Coke series is going to be a little bit more intense.
Yeah, we've noticed a few little tweaks and changes here in the damage model in the last few months since they've been doing the Pro Invitational series, and they've been changing the cars a little bit on the Cup side just to make them a little better, and it's been paying off. And this is obviously a very big update from iRacing. We don't normally get such a large content drop.
Yeah, 6 cars, 1 new rescan, 1 overhauled track, which is Road America. It's got a new graphics update, which we've seen through videos. It actually it doesn't look notable, but you can probably tell when you jump on there is a lot of graphics changes. X Audio, brand new audio system meant to possibly improve the spectacle, make the sounds a little bit more lively, and a few other things. Oh, and tire limits. You're now limited to how many sets of tires you have per race, and that's been implemented on stock cars as well. So at the moment, Jack Boyd is currently your fastest driver and he's gone faster than more. He's done a 1 minute 54.64 over his old man, Glenn Boyd, with a 1 minute 55.1. So Jack Boyd's been one of the quicker guides of the series, and looks like he is possibly in for a championship hunt. Although I believe he did miss the first couple of rounds of the series as they waited for the momentum to kick up. But I'm also looking at the entry list here, and also there he is in position 12 in car 24. That's Steve Owen. And for those who may not know, Steve Owen is a former supercar enduro driver. I don't think he's actually raced in supercars full time. If he did, then I might have forgotten. But yeah, we've got a bit of supercars royalty here this weekend. I mean, today.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice. Indeed. We've got 3 minutes left of qualifying. And then we get to the first race. So we're now in a heat system. So we'll have 3 races. Two races. And they're both 16 laps. Second race will be reverse grid. So it's going to be a fairly interesting race, but we'll still have competition cautions in effect to bunch everyone up. But at the moment, Jack Boyd with almost 5 tenths quicker than Sam Lehman, and he's gone even faster now, minute 54.3. He's 8 tenths quicker than second place.
Yeah, that's quite some pace he's got out there tonight.
Yes, certainly. Must be his experience in sim racing. Here we go, second driver in the 54s. That's Glenn Boyd. Minute 54.5. It looks like this track is very aero efficient, and these cars are used to it because they do race them. Because they are raced here at Daytona for the Michelin Pilot Challenge, which is I believe it's a feeder class to the WeatherTech series. We have a bunch of GT4 and TCR cars in the fray. And it looks like everyone's being spaced out at the moment. Don't see any. Probably a couple of stragglers here. That's looking here. Scott Ball, Matty Gray. We're all trying to get into a bit of a draft train. Try and get a bit of a pull to try and get the fastest time, as we've got 40 seconds of qualifying left. Ooh, just looking at between Steve Owen and Jack Boyd. I think that's coming towards the final oval corner before we enter the tri-oval. But yeah, Daytona, such a fantastic track to race at.
Yeah, it is. It's very much got a big name, this track.
Steve Owen just shot up to third position on the 55 dead, which is pretty good for the Supercars Enduro driver, as we are now heading towards the grid, and Jack Boyd will win the Edwards Superpole Challenge. He will be given $20 on iRacing credits to get either a new car, new track. You all know next build coming out tomorrow. Everyone will be wanting the new cars. So your grid for the first race will be as follows: Jack Boyd on pole position, his old mate. Glenn Boyd in position number 2, Steve Owen P3, Sam Lehman P4, Luke Bergens is in 5th, Jeffrey Wayne, Ivan Vantiago, George Gutierrez 6th, 7th, and 8th, Joey Deckard in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Scott Borman. Eden Thornborough is in 11th. Lee Harrison is in P12. Adam Sharp is your unlucky man in position number 13. Matty Gray in P14. Hayden Jackson in P15. Matthew Cartelloni is in P16. Adrian Cottrell, P17. Darren Sharp, P18. Brady Buchanan, P19. And rounding out the 20th spot is Matthew Go. Then we got Kodik in position 21. Brett Williams in P52. 22, sorry. Ben Edwards in P23. Anthony DeMora in 24th. Nick Scaife in 25th. Bryce McDonnell in 26th. Nathan Kaiser in 27th. And Darren Williams rounds out your grid. We'll have approximately 30 seconds before lights out. And there is a compulsory pit stop in this race. So they'll all have to come in and do a fuel stop. You can run the tires longer than 16 laps, but fuel, yeah, you can't. So here we go. Revs are rising. We get ready to go racing here at Daytona Roval. And we're underway. And looks like Steve Owen got off to a really good start. We had the Glenn Boyd coming down towards turn number 1. They're almost 4 wide in the background. Entering into the Roval section. Some people, it's being a little bit too daring. But, go around. And that's Jeffrey Wayne, car 26. Comes to a complete stop. And he will slide all the way down the pack here. Very unfortunate for Jeffrey Wayne. Looks like he was in P6. Now he's dropped all the way down to P26 on the first lap. Too wide. A couple of cars going too wide here. Or was that a move there on Hayden Jackson? No, that wasn't. Oh, another car around, and that is Darren Sharp. Oh, he's hit the wall hard, and there's another one in the wall in the background too. I was going to see who that was. It's Adrian Cottrell. Also in the wall, coming towards the hairpin. Another one that's hit the tyre bundle. That's Matty Gray, car 77.
Yeah, getting those first lap kinks taken care of, I guess.
Yeah, true. But other than that, it's actually a relatively clean start. I'm surprised about that. That's first lap done of 16 laps. But all the cars now line abreast as we come into that little bus stop chicane section of the back straightaway, coming in towards the NASCAR turn 3. Trying to take the low line by the looks of things. You don't really want to take the high line here because you'll lose a lot of time. Looks like everyone is starting to spread apart just a bit. Is that one person already going for the stop? Yes, it is. It's Eden Thornborough taking his first stop, taking his pit stop. Get over and done with. Oh, there's 3 wide in the tri-oval. That was Hayden Jackson. It's got a bit of it's got touched into the tri-oval, but no incident there. Oh boy. Looking absolutely gnarly in some of the corners here. Still between Hayden Jackson and Matthew Go. Oh, Jackson just went in the dirt. That's going to cost him. He's probably got to slow down. Oh, and Matty Gray's in the wall. Down the tri-oval. What happened there?
I know, it doesn't sound like a happy boy about it.
No. That was Bryce McDonnell. Or Bryce McDonald. Who made contact with Matty Gray. Yeah, he wasn't happy about it over the intercoms. Not happy about it at all. But I believe there is a fast repair available to use in the pit stop. Which is, Ben Edwards. Ben Edwards just went sideways, coming the exit of the Roval section and coming into the tri-oval. The oval section. Jeez, I'm getting stuff about Daytona mixed up. I do apologize. looks like Ben's taking it really slow coming in towards NASCAR's turn 1 and 2. Bit of a battle pack forming here with Glenn Boyd. Looks like Ivan Vantiago. Yes, it is, and Sam Lehman. Trying to deal with. Huh. Interesting. And Ivan. And it's going to cost a bit of a
Yeah, Jack Boyd and Steve Owen just seem to be checking out here at the moment, and they're going to take full advantage of what just happened behind them.
Yeah. Look at that, Jack Boyd. Don't think he's. It looks like he is. He's got a 6/10 lead over Steve Owen, but looks like Steve is not pulling away that much. And just hearing that Joy Deckard is hounding the back of Adam Sharp as we come. Oh, is he going to try and do a pass here on the outside? Is he going to get it done? But I think yes, he will get it. Will they get it done? No, they. Nope. Doesn't look like that's the case. Unfortunately. But Joy might have that better exit coming into NASCAR's turn 3 and 4. We'll see how it goes coming into the tri-oval section. Or was he going to pull in for the service pit stop? Don't think he was. But they're still side by side. Still side by side coming into turn 1. But he just maintains his presence. Oh, who was that behind him? That's Matthew Cartelloni. In at number 81, he was fairly close to hitting Joey Deckard behind. Oh, looking there, car 14. Sharp nearly got turned by Deckard. So hearing that Jack Boyd hasn't got the lead out just yet compared to Steve Owen. Or was this a pass? No, this wasn't a pass done, but it looked like Sharp got a little bit understeery as Cartelloni's got the headlights flashing, giving him the warning that he's there, he's ready to pounce. As we come into the NASCAR sections of turns 1 and 2. That's really the only decent battle pack around here at the moment is just here and there. Is this going to be a pass here between Hayden Jackson and Jeffrey Wayne? Yes, there is. And Wayne goes past on the outside coming into the bus stop chicane. Jeffrey Wayne crawling his way back up the field after that lap 1 disaster, which saw him fly down the back of the pack. It looks like the battle between Jack Boyd and Steve Owen's about to be turned up a notch, as Steve Owen's actually right behind the 058 entry. So would there be a pass here somewhere? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I've been watching it the last few laps here, and he's been sitting there, but he's been getting closer now these last lap and a half.
Yeah, certainly. Steve Owen, no stranger for close battles. He's done quite a few in his career in the real world. gap's down to just about 5 temps. And still heating up. As they now enter the NASCAR section of the tryover. Well, I don't know what's happened there, but Steve's actually lost some ground over Jack Boyd. Hearing from our director, JP Curry, he might be trying to push for his position just to make sure that he still is ahead of Steve Owen when it comes to these pit stops, which yeah. But again, the gap between Jack Boyd and Steve Owen just is crawling in every lap. It's gotta be a chance.
He seems to be very strong to this first section, and he got in close range last time, but he took one of the lines shallower compared to Jack, and that seemed to be what slowed him down.
Looks like he kind of lost his braking marker there coming into the hairpin, which serves as the final corner of the rallycross layout, which goes through here. But he's lost out on Jack Boyd. That a much deeper dive has not benefited Steve at all. This battle for the leads starting to let's have a look at what other battles is happening around. Looks like Ivan's just put a move on Scott Borman for, I believe that is position number 8. So, starts putting him into the top 10. See, it looks like a battle here with Jeffrey Wayne and Anthony DeMorrow. Sorry, not Adrian. Where did Adrian from? Coming down towards the back into the back straightaway. The Daytona Super Stretch, as it's more well known.
Seems like quite a hard place to pass here.
Yeah, just hearing from racetrack, even though these tracks are very, very long, the cars seem to max out in terms of revs and top speed, as it's not really seen by the cars that race in the Daytona 24. When they have much more power and much more revs, they can pretty much tap themselves out towards back straight bus stop chicane as Jeffrey Wayne's about to make a pass on Anthony DeMorrow into the trioval in turn 1. Does it make it stick? Yes, he does, and that is a precision given. Also, there's a battle here with position number 4. With Glenn Boyd. Oh, it's a 3-car train. Joy Decker, Luke Bergens, and Glenn Boyd. Looks like Boyd's actually lost out and lost 2 positions out of that. This is a battle. Looks like this is the battle for the top, for the minor place, for the minor placings. And yeah. As we're about to get the there we go, competition caution comes out, and looks like Steve does not get it stuck, unfortunately. Fortunately, with this safety car period, anything can happen.
Yeah, we've seen wrecks before and the safety car in multiple series, so it's not like it couldn't happen here. And pit stops, they're all going to be bunched up on top of each other here, so
Yes, yeah, certainly. A lot of people will probably be worst out. I've got a lot of people speaking to me at the moment. So the safety car is out. We'll get the fuel. Get the fuel bunched up. Field bunched up. Sorry. Jack Boyd comes at the front. And comes over to the pacing field. Now, whether this will cause a impact to any positions up the front, we don't know. But we're about to find out when these guys come in. A couple of people asking me to try and open pit lane, but unfortunately for the iRacing safety cars, they have to do a lap around until the pit lane opens. So if some people cough for fuel, cough at the line, which will be a bit of a shame. But as they come towards turn 4, and we don't know. Here we go down towards the tri-oval. So, Jonathan, do you think this pit stop may cause a bit of a shake-up?
yeah, it may, as we've heard, some people have pitted. Some people are going to try save for fuel. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yes, certainly. There we go. Steve O and Jack Boyd are in. Let's see how they will go in the pit lane. See which one comes out on top. Some people talking about strategy. But here we go. They're both in. Let's see who'll get out on top. And Jack Boyd has just come out by a country mile compared to Jack Boyd. Boyd came out within like 2 seconds of Owen, and they almost came to a stop around the same time.
I don't know how that is so much quicker.
It's pretty. Hearing from corrected that Jack may not have actually taken fuel. So, yeah, this is going to be intense. Okay, so we're getting one person wait around. lot of people asking for my commands before we get underway.
Yeah, we're seeing Jack, I believe, is that fall to the end of the longest line. Or entering a closed pit is, I believe.
Oh, that could be the case. But the safety car picked them up before entering to the NASCAR section, so if that's the case, then that's a huge shame for Jack Boyd. And like that, he goes straight to the back of the line, which is such a damn shame. As he started from first place, would have been a relatively fast lap for him. But this is also bunched up field a little bit. Oh, what on earth was that?
I don't know. I was looking too.
That was Adam Sharp. He went in contact with it was Frank Herdig. That was bizarre. So there's some people who are saying that this could be a ploy for the next race, but here we go. Anthony.
The biggest winner of those pit stops was that Steve Owen. Then after all of that,
Yeah, he's down in 10th. So the guys who had pitted earlier, they became the biggest beneficiary. Oh, there we go. Anthony DeMera hasn't pitted yet. So your effective race leader as we go green is Sam Lehman, and Anthony just went nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. As we go, oh! There we go. That's what we waited for, that moment, and that's Anthony DeMoro crashing out coming in towards the road section. What an absolute shame, but he didn't pit yet. He hadn't pitted yet. So Sam Lehman is currently your race leader. And another car around. That was Matty Gray, car 77. Been a tough race for him, and smacks the wall in sheer frustration. We have 7 laps to go, but it's a 26-minute race as well. So this could be time certain. Steve Owen in position 26. A mirror has just been knocked off a Porsche. Don't know who it is. If anyone has a missing mirror, please contact us immediately to try and redeem it. By going 3 wide, coming into the trioval section, but usually this could spell disaster if they're not careful, as we've in multiple NASCAR events, both in the virtual and the real world. 3 wide and a super speedway like this can cause the big one. There we go, 3 wide again, coming into the bus stop. And that's a car on the wall. That's car 17. Jody Decker goes into the tire wall as well. That was Darren Williams. And is also involved. Is missing his wee wing. Still has Steve Owen up to P5. Only got a couple of laps to go at least. But that was a monumental incident coming into the bus stop. Yes, again, they are all line and stern. Even with the cars ahead. Oh, Brady Buchanan in the wall. Also missing a mirror. Oh, a few guys going off track. Almost 3 wide, coming down towards, I believe that's turn 4. This has become an absolute wreckfest. Brett Williams is around. Collected by, I think it was 41, Adrian Cottrell. But they're saying it's the curse of the safety car. Safety car breeds safety car. And that's what usually happens when the field gets packed up like this.
Yeah, one of the big winners here is Jack Boyd so far. I believe he's up to about 13th.
Yeah, he's up to P13. He's able to capitalise on other people's mistakes. So if he gets to a top 10, that'll be absolutely good news for him. He's currently in 12th. So our pole man looking very good at the moment. See what else is happening around the moment. There's a battle for the lead on at the moment. That's lead. Sam Lehman, Lee Harrison, Ian Thornborough, and George Gutierrez. Oh, Gutierrez is wide into the wall. Steve Owen now in 4th position, but he's about to go past Ian Thornborough to get into the podium. There you go. P3, but look at this side by side. Lee Harrison, this side by side towards the line. And Lee Harrison is now your race leader, or is it
Race winner.
as to maintain a... Oh, there's a car wide. That's in Thornborough. It's got a little bit wide. Still side by side. Into the hairpin. This is just nuts. This is a battle for the lead. Lead just goes a little bit wide. But with that deeper entry, it becomes a shallower exit. And look who's behind him. Look who's starting to reel in the fish. Steve Owen. This could be a 3-car affair, will it? Oh! My goodness. Sam nearly threw it away. He went wide. It's now returned to the NASCAR section. With at least, I think this might be...
This is the last lap.
Oh, this could be the last lap. I'm not too sure, but this could be the most intense final lap we've ever seen. Here we go, side by side into NASCAR Turn 2. Down Daytona Super Stretch. They're going to be side by side again, coming into the bus stop. Oh, Lee backs it out just a bit. Boy, to capitalize on the better. Steve Owen is actually not far behind them. He could get a massive jump. Well, looks like he had a bit of a shonky exit, so he's lost out heaps compared to the top two. But here we go. Down towards the tri-oval. Could this be the final lap of the race? I'm not too sure. But yes, it is the final lap. And they're side by side. They're side by side towards the tri-oval. Oh! Lee Harrison just got there by 1/100th of a... Wow! And Ivan Santiago's got P3.
Yeah, I think Steve. Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Oh, Steve Owen got to slow down at the exit of the bus stop. So there goes a P3. But 1/100th of a second between Lee Harrison and Sam Lehman. This is the closest finish that we've had in this series so far. 1/100th of a second. Holy dooly. I think I might need a breather. Yeah. So here we go. Here's your final positions. Lee Harrison is your race leader by 1/100th of a second over Sam Lehman in P2, Ivan Santiago in P3, Steve Owen, a case of what could have been in position number 4, Ian Thornborough in P5, George Gutierrez in 6th, Matthew Cartellone in P7, Brady Buchanan in 8th, Luke Bergens P9, and Jack Boyd does make it into the 10. And that was your top 10. What a brilliant race that was. And the boys, Harrison and Lehman, both thanking each other for what was a epic race.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Just hearing a bit of banter coming from our director-in-chief. So we now have a 5-minute warm-up before we go into your reverse grid race for tonight. And 29 cars have come out, and the guy that's actually starting on pole is right beside me. Jonathan Hancock has got pole for this race, and he's not even racing.
Oh, whoops.
I don't know how that happened, but Jonathan's starting on pole, but P1 is going to be clear. But that was a really, really interesting, really fun first race. I'm not sure if anyone's going to repeat that.
No, that's I guess how it goes when you race on an oval. It's always very close finishes.
Yeah,
because you got that big long run to the line.
Indeed, and Lee was able to capitalize on a pretty brilliant exit out of the bus stop to get himself into where he was in position number 1. And judging by the final positions, he actually did pretty well. He was up 11 positions. That's probably one of your biggest winners for that race was Lee Harrison up 11 spots. But the biggest loser is both Jack and Glenn Boyd. Unfortunately, they tried to cope it out with trying to go for a bit of an overcut, but unfortunately the overcut did not work with them because that's a safety car period. So we've got at least, almost 2 minutes as well. Looking absolutely fun. But we are very close to do a bit of racing here. 26 minutes or 16 laps. I don't think we actually did a whole 16 laps of racing. There we go, 4 laps short due to a good old thing called time certainty. And yeah. Here we go. Not far until we about to go racing again. 5 seconds left on the clock. There we go. Your time has now expired. We're about to go. Get ready to go for a bit of reverse grid racing. And here is your grid for reverse grid. Here you can hear Jonathan having a bit of a chuckle because he's on pole. Jonathan Hancock, our commentator, is on pole position, but the true pole position guy is Ben Edwards. He is starting in position number 1. But unfortunately, I'm going to go in what the true grid says. So Darren Williams in position number 3, Adrian Cottrell in P4, Matty Gray in P5, Hayden Jackson in position number 6, Nathan Kaiser in position number 7, Frank Hodick in P8, Adam Sharp in P9, and Bryce McDonald in P10. Anthony DeMoro in position number 11, Jeffrey Wayne in P2, Brett Williams, Darren Sharp, Scott Borman P13, 14, 15. Joey Decker in P16, Nicholas Scaife in P17, Matthew Go in P18, Glenn and Jack Boyd is 19th and 20th. And the rest of the field should be up on screen now because the Rebs are about to rise as we get ready for the feature. Second race here at Daytona, and they're away. Looks like a bit of an equal start there, but Matty Gray's got a blinder of a start. Coming into turn. So there was a spinner there. There was Ben Edwards into the wall. More cars in the wall. 2, 3, at least 4 cars. That was Ben Edwards. Trying to see who it was. It looks like one of the Boyds might have been involved too. They're both side by side, coming into the hairpin. But that's Nathan Kaiser also off. This is the big trope about reverse grid racing. It always causes problems, and that's Ben Edwards around. Oh, Ivan's in the wall as well. He's lost the tyre. No, it respawns back into him. But that was a huge moment there for Ivan Vantier. And that's the thing about reverse grid racing. You always have a bit of chaos, more chaos. That's Bryce McDonald involved. That's it. Rejoin the NASCAR. I'm just hearing a days of fun by the chat. But holy dooly. Holy cow, this is one of those tropes of reverse. Always have a bit of back E series as Bryce hits the wall at the bus stop. Steve Owen up 19 spots to position number 7. But yeah, we're seeing this action in reverse in the Supercars E series. Reverse grid racing always spat out as it does. A few drivers into the pits. George Gutierrez in, Jeffrey Wayne's in, Steve Owen was also in the pit. But it looks like he's missed his pit stop, which. Oh, that's something I want to see.
Yeah, your big winner so far up 10 places is Mr. Jack Boyd from 20th to 10th already on that first lap.
Yeah, he's managed to avoid all that carnage that happened in front of him. And it looks like he's bearing down on Matthew Cartalone, who is being held up by his old man, Glenn Boyd. These two race in the miniature racing cars, which is a bit of an offshoot of the Aussie racing cars. Pretty much the same cars, but a little bit cheaper, and probably in terms of how everything is run. So younger stars can still run it without having to spend a lot of money on driving in what actually is I believe it's a supercar sanctioned series. Here we go down. Back straight away here for the rest of the pack. But again, Jack Boyd doing whatever he can, and I believe there might be a glitch with live timing, because it says on my screen that Steve Owen is the race leader, but he's not. He's currently in position number 19. Should be corrected when it comes towards the tri-oval. So I do apologise there, guys. There is a bit of a glitch in the live timing. So Steve Owen is not your race leader. It's actually Jordy Deckard, who's currently being hounded behind by Adrian Cottrell in the Porsche 7. That makes me kind of excited how the BMW M4 rival compared to the Porsche, because driving the Porsche is so uncontrollable. It's a bit of a drag, but I'm hearing good things about the BMW, hoping it is a little bit better compared to the Cayman. And there we go, your live timing has just fixed itself. So Steve Owen is now, in fact, position number 19. And Deckard is your race leader. So there's a bit of a battle pack here for position number 5 here. Brady Buchanan on Glenn Boyd, Sam Lehman, Anthony DeMoro, but
Yeah,
like all just
up to 6 now. He's really charging through this field at the moment.
He definitely is. Look, side by side here between Lee Harrison and Anthony DeMoro. Down at the bus stop. Oh, looks like
someone go through the bus stop there on the grass.
that was Sam Lehman. Must have mistimed his entry into the bus stop that badly that he pretty much cut through and got himself a slowdown. But here we go, Darren Williams up on the out on Ivan Batiego. Oh, here we go. Your race leaders are in the pits, so let's see how Frank Codex now your race leader. Here we go. Oh, that was pretty close. But Joey Deckard comes out in front of Adrian Cottrell by miles. I've got a feeling that Adrian must have accidentally done the whole pit stop, because he's going to lose out tons of positions. Him and Ivan. Well, Jack Boyd got into a bit of strife with Matthew Cartolone. Look who's behind him. That's Hayden Jackson. Matthew absolutely apologetic over the comms. And on the inside goes Jack Boyd and gets the spot done on Matthew. But look who's behind him. It's Hayden Jackson. But was there a crisscross that was about to be executed? But it looks like it wasn't the case. So Joey Deckard is your current effective race leader. And okay, I've just lost live timing just came back up. I don't know what's happening with live timing. It's just spazzing out for a bit. But Joey Deckard is your effective race leader. The guys that haven't pitted yet are Frank Herlick, Brady Buchanan, Sam Lehman, Dean Williams, and Eden Thornborough. And speaking of which, Frank and Brady are in. Same as Sam as Darren, and I believe Eden should be following suit. Yes, he is. So all the cars in pit lane, get out of the way so they won't get caught out by the upcoming competition caution.
Yeah, we're seeing these guys come in early on in this race, which is interesting, but we saw some confusion with the last competition course and them having to be held back an extra lap, which caused some restraints and kerfuffle with a few drivers there, so better to get it done sooner rather than later.
Yeah, true. So Joey Deckard is now your true race leader, but the biggest winner, just having a look here, Jack Boyd and Matthew Cartolone, as well as a couple others, have managed to pretty much outwit everyone else, and Jack Boyd's currently up to P2.
Yeah, been a great drive from him from 20th to P2.
Yeah, exactly. But Lee Harrison is currently has the most positions gained, and he's gained 23 to be currently in P6. Steve Owen is currently in P7. Looks like the field is currently let's try and get itself organised. Can't see a lot of battles happening at the moment. Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's try to see what's going on here with car 15. If I can find him. Sam Lehman, that's at the bus stop. Looks like he was going to make a pass, but I'm not sure that was unsuccessful. I only just saw the back end of it. Ah, there we go. He had a slowdown penalty, which does affect him, unfortunately. Ooh, what was that? Just gone a little bit wide there. Yeah, Jody Deckett's gone wide, and now Jack Boyd's your race leader. So Jordy must have had it absolutely wrong, or he just cracked on the pressure to Jack Boyd, who's now basically running away with the race lead. But with this upcoming competition caution, is definitely gonna pack the field in. So Jack Boyd's your current race leader. Well, this is a little pack here for, I believe that is, yeah, this is for the 10th spot. Ian Farnborough is getting hounded by Darren Williams and Sam Lehman. Coming into the downward section. Now entering the NASCAR portion of the track. So, here they come. Now it looks like Darren Williams is getting pressured by Lehman, coming down into the super stretch. Good old back straightaway. Could there be a pass done here by Lehman? He has a look, but he doesn't react. Looks like probably just to fill his mirrors to say, I am ready to pass you, mate. When you crack, I will pass you. No ifs, buts, maybe. And speaking of comp cautions, comp caution is out. So, but the thing now. So the competition caution is out. And oh, do we see a sign of Debris? Matthew Cart's alone. He's holding up the entire field. He's trying to epically feel safe. He's pretty much checking everyone up. This is Fabian Coulthard 2019. He's packed up the entire field. Yeah, well, the thing here, the biggest difference compared to Bathurst 2019 compared to this one. Yeah, this is just weird. I'm just hearing what's been said on the in the radio. Bit of a crack up here. We all know this was a very serious issue at Bathurst last year when Coulthard backed everyone up and caused one of the biggest moments in Bathurst history. Very controversial, to say the least. I need to turn voice chat off. This is so funny. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh boy. So I tell you what, this and Cartellone is currently in P3. A 2.8 second. It's a huge gap. Yeah, so one lap. I think we're getting the 1 lap to green signal. It looks like Cartellone finally has got the finger out and it's caught up to the rest of the pack. So no Debris here. No Debris, and a fine of I think it was $250,000 and a loss of 300 team points here. So Cartellone has pretty much saved his butt over it. Oh man. So we should be going 1 degree at green at the tri-oval as we come towards the tri-oval. Jack Boyd is currently yeah. Looks like he was Jack Boyd did the fake the pit lane thing. Right. That Lee Harrison's has got the biggest mover and shaker, up 23 spots to P6. Matthew Cartellone up 20 spots to P3. Jack Boyd up 19 spots. Steve Owen up 19 spots. There we go. Oh. 1 lap to green. Here we go. Here's the first question. Fuel. Had some people saved enough fuel to the end? I'm just hearing that Matthew Cartellone has underfueled his car, so that's probably why he bunched up the entire field. Could Cartellone running out of fuel, could this cause a pivotal moment in this race? But at the moment, he's The lights are flashing like it's a 1999 rave party. Don't ask me how I know that. I was born in 1999. But here we go. Here we go, down towards the super stretch. As we get ready for, I would believe, at least 4 maybe laps to the end. So here we go, down towards the bus stop chicane. Here. Safety car should be pulling in this lap. A lot of people seem to be fuel saving. There might be minus 100 as we come towards the tri-oval to get ready to go back to racing here at the Club Day Masters. I believe the pace car will be in this lap. It's a bit messy in the mid-pack. It's a bit messy, but Jack Boyd's got control. And away we go. It seems to be all spread apart. Coming into the tri-oval. But here we go. They need to be careful coming into... Frank Koenig with a bit of a dog. Oh no, and around they go. Nearly 4 cars in the process. Oh, another car on the wall. That's 32. It's oh, more cars involved. More cars involved. That's unbelievable. Oh, he went for a massive dive. Oh, more cars around. In Farnborough around. Almost around, should I say. Oh, it gets it out. Side by side. Well, the rest... Well, it's been a bit of a pile-up. The turn 2 kind of stopped that from happening as I just realised that the lights have gone on and I've nearly had my trip of falling over. My near falling over is still there. Here we go into the bus stop. Or was that side by side in the background? From that, but it looks like they all came through relatively scot-free. As we come up towards another beautiful lap in this stanza of racing. Oops, side by side in the background there. Oh, more cars wide. Hayden Jackson wide. Not sure there's a car that hit the wall. But here we go. We probably got a few laps to go. Possibly 2 laps to go. Oh, Matty Gray backwards. A lot of corner there. Very unfortunate there. Gets a long trip back onto the road. As the rest of the field seemed to have scurried away. Matthew Cartellone coming under attack here by Glenn Boyd for the... Oh, I think he's just given the signal. Oh, side by side to the bus stop. What's this gonna happen? Cartellone keeps his position. But he's gained out the gap just a tad. But he has not just one. He's got approximately 5 cars behind him. With at least a span of a second.
We're going to pass through blind before 26 minutes.
Yeah.
This will be the last lap then.
Oh, Cartellone slow. Could it be? Yeah, it looks like he's made a mistake. He's gone down the apron. He's lost 2 spots. Out of that one. Lee Harrison's gone by him. He's now in 5th. He's lost down the big time as Hayden Jackson gone ultra wide. At turn 2. Oh, was this a dive coming into the road section? Dive here by Lee Harrison. No, that wasn't the case. Fastest lap at the moment, Jody Deckard on minute 54 point. Looks like minute 54.8. That's the fastest lap of the race. Where he's getting held up. Being held up just a tad. By the fast charging Jack Boyd. Looks like the rest of the field has kind of gone the way there. Oh, the lights are flashing. Glenn Boyd currently in 3rd, so Boyd's 1 and 3 at the moment. He's coming under pressure from Lee Harrison for the final spot at the podium. This could be good. Will he have a good run? Yeah. Let's see how. Will this be the final lap? Headlights flashing. Yes, will be. And Jack Boyd, one epic drive from him. He takes victory in race 2. Oh, side by side here. This is for Glenn Boyd and Lee Harrison. Oh, and Lee's got it. Lee Harrison got it by 5/100ths of a second. And will take 3rd place off Glenn Boyd. That was intense. But I think there's more stuff happening down the back here. Oh, there's a huge crash. Huge crash at the tri-oval. George Gutierrez, Adrian Cottrell. Cottrell was backwards. That was a crazy, crazy, crazy race. Woo! So here is your final spots in the feature race. Jack Boyd is your race winner. Jody Deckard is in 2nd place. Lee Harrison pips out Glenn Boyd by 5/100ths of a second to be on the bottom step of the podium. Followed on by Sam Lehman in P5, Steve Owen in 6, Anthony DeMaro in P7, Matthew Cartellone in P8, Jeff Wayne in P9, and Eden Thornborough rounds out the top 10. Then it's from positions 11th through the 20th. It's Scott Borman, Hayden Jackson, Ben Edwards, Bryce McDonald, Frank Hodick, Matthew Go, Adrian Cottrell, Ivan Santiago, George Gutierrez, and Nick Scaife. Then, Brady Buchanan, Luke Bergens in position 22, Matty Gray in position 23. Then your non-finishers were Darren Williams, Nathan Kaiser, and Brett Williams. And the non-starters were Adam Darren Sharp, and Jonathan Hancock. So that was an intense race, no doubt about it. A few cars coming into the pits now. Fantastic racing by everyone. Kept themselves on the nose and it was a really good race.
It was a good race there.
Absolutely loved it. Can't wait for more. I cannot wait for more. So, looking at the final here, Steve Owen, he did really well for coming up the field here, but Lee Harrison takes that spot for the most positions passed. Went up 26 spots to finish in P3. So we're beginning your podium for this race. Let's get your race winner up now, Jack Boyd. Jack, congratulations on your feature win. How did it feel?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Pretty decent race with Geordie after the safety car, and managed to hold on with some fairly average tyres.
Yeah, it was a bit of intense racing front and back, and that safety car really did play dividends for quite a few people, including yourself.
Yeah, we learnt from the first heat to obviously pit before the safety car, and we went in, grabbed our 8 litres or whatever it was, and lined up for the safety car. And it was a ripper race.
It definitely was. It was a bit of intense racing, even for the bomb step of the podium. Lee Harrison got Glenn Boyd by 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah, Dad had a pretty good race there, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, good to see some good racing all around.
Yes, certainly. Got any sponsors you want to give a big shout out to?
Yeah, just Bimstruck Drafting Services have come on board, and GRM, and of course George and everyone for putting the series on. Great fun.
Cheers. Congrats on the win, mate. And I hope to see you up here yet again.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So here comes your second place driver, being Geordie Deckett. Geordie, congrats on the second step of the podium. How did it feel after those intense races?
Thanks, guys. That was a bit up and down those races. There's a lot of carnage, and obviously with the fuel stop being put in for tonight, we didn't know until we're actually in the race. So
No, that would have been really bit of a fright.
no, it was good. It was it made it a bit challenging too, because you'd either wait for the safety car to do it or do it straight up. But obviously in that second race, it worked out well. So I couldn't be any more happier, really.
Yeah, true. And of course your battles with Jack Boyd there at the very end, that started heating up towards the end.
Yeah, it did. I think the car was coming on towards the end, but it was actually getting quite hard to see in the dark. Actually,
Yeah,
quite in the distance. But Jack's fast. It was good to keep on the back end of him and keep a bit of a gap from everyone else.
true. Got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I would thank my mum and dad for bringing me here. And the tuck shop ladies and the flaggies and I got no one, mate. So I'm just here for the fun of it.
True. Ain't we all?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, true. Congrats on P2.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
No worries. And unfortunately, we won't be having Lee Harrison up on the best gear. Would have been a really interesting, pretty decent interview with him, talking about how he was able to pit Glenn Boyd by 5/100ths of a second. Some very intense racing indeed. So, yeah, that's it from all of us here at the SimShed Broadcasting. Jonathan, thank you once again for being my co-commentator for tonight.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. And we'll be back here this time next week for more Club Day Masters. Quite a few things planned later on with the series. The BMW M4 should be making its debut next week as well, so this will be very, very intense to see who will stay in the Porsche Cayman and who will go to the BMW. Both German cars, one's mid-engine, the other one's front-engine. What will they pick? We're about to find out next week. So on behalf of myself, Jonathan Hancock, and JP Courier, I hope you guys stay safe, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye for now.